Yo, what's good, fam? Today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live, when to quit your day job. HSRL is a production of Safe New Media. The purpose of which, behind everything that I do, is to condition your mind for a positive self-identity. Why? To help you avoid seeking external validation. I mean, think about it. If we're not more selective about whose validation matters and to what degree, from specifically from whom about what, if we're not very precise about that, we're going to get really confused really fast. Most people are broke, but we still seek validation from them. It makes no sense. Who this live stream is for: self-actualizers making the most of their lives. And once again, if you've never watched this before, let me define what a self-actualizer is. This term, self-actualization, is borrowed from Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It refers to a person who is above the plane of competitions. Okay, there are people who compete and there are people who are above the plane of competition, right? People who are waking up to realize they can be more, they can do more, and have more of the good which they desire. This micro podcast live stream is not for you. This one is really not for you today. If you take yourself too seriously. About me: prior to the pandemic, I quit making music because it cost too much and I wasn't good enough. After the pandemic, I started making music again. My album Surplus is on Spotify. You can go to safetymedia.com/surplus to find out about this record that I put out. This is post-pandemic me. After I had come back, I returned to making music and put out this record called Surplus. Go to safetymedia.com/surplus. Follow me on Spotify. There's a link in the description. If you're watching on YouTube and I'm broadcasting on LinkedIn, I'm going directly on Twitter because Twitter is my favorite platform. It just is. This is where most of my audience, most of the people are who I'm talking to are here. Anyway, follow me on Spotify. There's a link in the description if you're watching on YouTube and on LinkedIn. And there are details at safetymedia.com/surplus for about the record that I put out. I'm working on my new one. Currently, I'm working on a new album for my Web3 community. Okay. As well as doing this live stream for 10 minutes every weekday. I know, it's crazy. There is a Telegram. Follow me on here on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter to join the Telegram. That's the requirement, and the way to get there is to access the Telegram via Guild XYZ. Go to Guild XYZ/inner circle to access the Telegram. And if your name is Telegram Sam, you are my main man. If you are a seeker, let me be your guide to discover divine truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of the universe. I do it for free, no extra charge. Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified, global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, yours truly, moi. My name is Sean Allen Fen.eth, and this is not a cult. If you'd like to join our cult, you can join through the email list at safenewmedia.com/HSRL. That's the main page for this show. There's a link to enter your email at the bottom of the page. But I suggest going into the Telegram because I want to meet you. Talk to me there in the Telegram go through Guild XYZ, guild.xyz/inner circle, connect your MetaMask, and you must be following me on Twitter. And that's how. Today on HSRL. Okay, this is personal today. Today I'd like to share with you what I've learned from big mistakes. Starting with this. Many of you may be curious how to know when to go all in on the thing you really want to do. And this is not financial advice by any means. I'm doing this because I had no one to talk to when making big decisions. And if I can offer an angle you haven't yet thought of that will help you get where you want to go, then I've accomplished something by putting this out there. A few years ago, in 2018, against better judgment, I quit my day job. My reasoning was that I had been doing it since 1996. I know that before a lot of you were born, I was doing this job. And I didn't want to still be doing it as a senior citizen, in my 60s or in my 70s. I didn't want to still be doing it. And that's what I saw people still doing, elderly people still doing this job. And I didn't want that to be me. I didn't want to have nothing to show for it and still doing the same work when I'm an old man. Okay. My job was a makeup artist for a retail cosmetics brand. There's nothing wrong with it. It was actually a very good job. Let me make that clear. It was actually a very good job, and I was very good at it. Okay. But I had been doing it for a long time. At the time, I had an art business on the side, which I started after going to art school. And this was an art business, which my business partner stabbed me in the back. He's forgiven. It's okay. Water under the bridge. It was at that time that I got into digital marketing. This was after going to art school for advertising. So after art school, I started the art business. And long story short, I quit my day job finally for good. Like I actually went to school and then came back to the job, but I quit my day job and I ended up homeless for a while until I started working as a telephone sales rep at Life Alert. Can you believe it? Yeah. Life Alert. I've fallen and I can't get up is probably one of the greatest catchphrases ever in advertising. So Life Alert is a product which is not sexy and but it is very, very helpful to their target market, to old people who are in danger of falling and not being able to get up. They need Life Alert. Okay, but the reason I did that is because I wanted to learn how to close a sale in one phone call. And that took longer than they would give me time for. So they fired me. Now, you may be thinking I'm a loser, which is a fair judgment that you can make. But that's when I decided to become an actor, starting with background work and then joined the cast of an NYC sketch comedy team. I was living in New York. And then COVID hit. So I moved away from New York City and started making music again. In conclusion, I just do this for 10 minutes, Monday through Friday. I go live um, here on this show, Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. And I'll conclude with how to know when to quit your job. And the answer is it really depends. And probably most people should not quit their day job, but it depends on where you are in life and the kind of person who you are. So I did a personality type, which I highly recommend, and it's actually a prerequisite. If you're watching on LinkedIn, the reason I haven't accepted your connection request is because you haven't followed my instructions. I want people to actually take this test, this personality test that's by Ray Dalio. I'll put a link in the Telegram if you guys want to know details, and I talk about it on my Twitter. Once again, you can join the Telegram through guildxyz/inner circle. So you have to know who you are, what kind of personality archetype you are. And I'm an explorer. I have a higher risk tolerance than a lot of people do. And also, I didn't have a wife and kids to worry about. So those things all factor in, and it really depends. But I do recommend going all in on and sticking to just the one thing. Go all in, stick to the one thing. It depends on your situation. Um, it was against better judgment that I quit my day job because it would have been better if I just stacked things on top. Like in retrospect, what I've learned from the mistake of quitting that job, it was a good job, but I didn't have anywhere to go with it. But I should have stacked it, just kept it and stacked things on top of it. But that's okay. You live and you learn. And it would have been better if I found someone to replace myself instead of just leaving the company, leaving the brand without someone to replace. I mean, it was a low status job in that not anyone can do it, but they found someone to replace me. But it would have been better if I found someone to replace me. I would have left on a high note if I would have done that. But you live and you learn. So that's what I recommend. If you do decide to quit your day job, find someone to replace what you do for your employer so you can leave on a good note. Unless you want to burn that bridge down to the ground, then that's up to you. It depends on where you want to go. So I'll close with this, but the reason I started doing safe new media is because media is leverage. More on that later. I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment, and if you think I'm an idiot, tell me in the comments. If you like me just being real and telling my story, I'll leave that in the comments and share this with somebody. I appreciate you guys. I have spoken.